If I were to describe the herbal apprenticeship this year in one word, I would say that it was a really rich experience. When I first joined the program, I was honestly just excited to hang out with plants. I didn't think much of the fact that there would be other people there, perhaps interested for similar reasons that I was. But as time went on, I really got to experience what I would call one of the most intimate, prolonged containers I've experienced with other people, in the sense of community and learning and growing together. And it was a really gratifying experience to have. So the richness of the experience came in part from not only developing a new relationship with plants I had known, plants I had not yet known, landscapes that we walked in, from low deserts to high mountains, riparian areas, but also through building relationship with other people. And I think also, just as importantly, developing a deeper relationship with myself through sitting with plants, through sitting with others. I feel like there's a particular kind of loneliness that comes with walking your own path, and especially if it's off the beaten path. And loneliness is kind of a funny word, but I think what I mean to say is, for someone who's drawn to herbalism and drawn out into deep spaces in nature and to sit with and relate with plants in a different way, there's something about it that, at least to some degree, takes you further from how the majority of humanity is living right now. So the loneliness, for me, I think is more of a human loneliness, because the truth is, when I go out into nature and I connect in the ways that I'm drawn to connect, there's a level of kinship that comes from it, a kind of remedy to that loneliness. I know I'm not the only one who experiences this, and yet I feel like I got to be with a whole group of people who have this quality to some degree. And I got to experience what I think is a really unique combination of being with people in nature in a way that's still sacred and otherwise isn't loud or disturbing or destructive. That for me was one of the more unexpected and meaningful aspects of the apprenticeship. Kinship. Kinship that I was not expecting.
I'm currently a PhD student studying nutritional science at the University of Arizona. And I found this herbal apprenticeship really helpful for me in maintaining balance in my life and helping me stay present to and attentive to what really matters to me personally. In a world that seems more and more focused on production and consumption, this apprenticeship has been a really amazing space to go out into nature with a wonderful group of people and just sit and listen.
I feel like whether you're someone who's been sitting with plants for 15 years or you've only spent 15 minutes with a plant intentionally in nature, there's something to glean from this experience. Throughout the apprenticeship, I was continually impressed and amazed by all of the dimensions that John would speak to. Whether he was using botanical language, he was referring to plants by their 5 to 10 different folk names, whether he was telling stories based on his own experiences or those that he's worked with in the past, including native elders and other people who live more closely to earth. Whether it's referring to the deep jargon of what you can find in scientific literature, he continually spoke to all these dimensions. So I feel like to whatever degree someone has been connecting with plants, or to whatever degree you find resonance in certain ways of thinking about and relating to plants, this is a space to come learn and enjoy and grow in. And John's an incredible facilitator, and I feel that he carries the wisdom and the presence of an elder in this modern age, which I feel, at least for myself, has been very difficult to find.